Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I wanted to show you how I made this really cute little card. I'm going to be putting this into a Rainbow Bright junk journal. I've been doing some 80s themed journals and I decided to do Rainbow Bright coming up soon. I also have a couple different Sesame Street journals that I'm working on and Hello Kitty. Those will be done before the Rainbow Bright, but I had received these dies from Craspire.com. I did an unboxing. If you wanted to see that video, the link will be down below. But I picked out this really cool die here that came with all these pieces. I have them all apart right now because I already cut out my pieces. But it made this really cool card that kind of folds up, and what I'm going to do in the journal is attach the two sides on opposite pages so that when you open it, it will open up like this and have the little cupcake that can turn in the middle. So just think it looks really cute. Of course, the die set has birthday. I just did happy on here because the Rainbow Bright journal won't be a birthday journal. It'll just be Rainbow Bright. So that's what this is. And the paper that I used for this was called Happy Cake Day. It was a hot buy from Michael's a couple years ago. So really cool. And this is the paper that I'm going to use for the journal. So it just has lots of rainbow. I'm not, of course, not going to use the birthday cut aparts in here, but I will use some of the cut aparts that aren't necessarily birthday. So what I wanted to do was show you how to make a card like this, and the paper I'm going to be using for the second one is this. I had this in my stash. It's by Heidi Grace Designs, and it's this really beautiful sort of a spring themed cardstock pack. And so I went ahead and cut out my pieces. For this one, instead of using the cupcake, I used the flower for the center. So I cut out the flower in pink. This is a double-sided. So I cut out two just so I can stick these two together around the string. And it'll be pink on both sides. And then I used an inch circle punch to punch out some green for the center of the flowers, and then this piece will go on top of the green circle, and that is this little part of the die. Came like that. It's like a little center of the flower. So I cut two of those out. I cut out Happy Birthday in pink, and then the Happy Birthday will go on these two banner pieces, and I cut those out in this blue. I also cut out 4 of this main piece here. So when you take apart the die, it is like this, the main part of the card. I'll have this die linked down below. I also have a coupon code for Craspire.com as well. So that'll all be in the description box. So on this one, I decided I would use 2 of this pattern. That is the blue with this. And then this one is the pink with the polka dot. And then this paisley with green. So what I need to do is decide what I want showing. I think I don't want these sides. I want the pink and the green showing. And then I'm going to show one of these floral sides and one of the blue side. So, or it's a teal, like, or not teal, but aqua color. So you need 4 of these pieces, and you're just going to take your glue and start gluing your pieces together. So You want just one side, so when you use the die, it will score it in the middle there. So you just fold it whatever direction you want your paper to be showing. If it's a double-sided, if it's not a double-sided, then you want your white sides to glue together. So I'm going to glue 2 of my sides. You'll want to line up those scallops there. Line it all up on all the edges. Now you're going to put glue on another edge of a third piece. And then on this one, we'll put glue on both edges, or both sides of the fold, that is, not on both sides of paper of the whole thing. All right, now I'll glue that in here, and you want to line it all up, make sure all the edges are, oh, you know what, I just did that wrong. So before you put your last side in, you're going to want to put your, I'll have to add more glue because you'll want to leave the spot where you're going to glue in your center, whatever it is. In this case, it's the flower. So you're going to take your flower or whatever piece you're doing, and you're going to put a little line of glue down the center, and then you'll need to take a piece of twine or string. I have this green and white striped twine, and I'm putting that right down the center, and then I'm going to glue the other side of my flower. And we'll line up all of the edges. And then I'm going to glue my layers here. So the green circle on both sides, and this little center will go down. And then I'll put the same thing on the other side. Now we're going to just move these pieces over here. We're going to take this and we're going to line it up in the middle and center it, and we're going to put some glue in the crease here. On both sides, or the top and the bottom, and line that up right in there. we can trim this off. Oops. Moved. Just want it to be even up here. And then just make sure you have enough glue. It's already starting to dry, so I'm going to put some more on here. And then put the last side down. Make sure this is nice and tight in here so it doesn't flop around. Like, you want it to be taut so that it can spin, if that's what you want it to do. So now this is the side I'm going to decorate that I have this pattern on. So I'm going to, I'll let this dry a little bit before I trim that. And you just want to make sure that your intersection here is nice and tight as it dries. Just check that. Now I'm going to take, I did cut these pieces out. You can layer it like that if you want, but I don't think I'm going to use these. Or if I wanted to, I could add them on one of the other sides. I could do that if I wanted. But for now, I'm just going to save them and just decorate this right here. And this will probably be a birthday card that I give to a friend or something like that after it dries, of course. And it'll just be fun for them to pull it out of the card and open it up. It'll stand up like this, which looks really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and glue my happy and my birthday down. Just got to get the glue coming out just a little. It is a tiny little word, so if you have one of those precision heads on your glue, that would be good to have. Happy down, and then glue the happy up at the top. And then I'll put the birthday. I'm going to have the flag, the little tails going the opposite direction. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I think I'm getting a little bit of a cold. All right, put some more glue down. All right, and that will go down here. So super cute. Now, if you wanted to, you could add in some more of these little elements. There's like a star, a circle, which is kind of for the cherry on top of the cupcake, but there is a couple different sized flowers and a heart. I did add a couple of the hearts on this one, since I didn't have a second banner at the bottom. But I think because this is such a busy pattern, I don't think it needs any more than that. I may go in and add like a rhinestone or something to the center of the flower, but I don't have that out right now. So the last thing I'm going to do is just trim off this part up here just to make it nice and flush the top. There. Alrighty. That is it, guys. Super cute little card that's kind of interactive and just a different element. I was thinking something you could do with this die is make a shaker out of it and just have this center be the shaker part, and you would just need to cut out a bunch to layer it so it's thick enough to have a shaker in there. So yeah, that would be cool. And then you would just use these parts to put on top of that shaker, or you can add it on the side, or you know, so that would be cool. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this small little demonstration on how to use this die set. Hopefully you'll go over to craspire.com and pick out some items that they have really reasonable die sets, acrylic stamps, paper. They have, I think, beading, like beads, and they have also the wax melts, which I've used some of the wax melts before in some previous Craspire videos of mine. So yeah, go over there. They have tons of items and they're very affordable. Well, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.